So welcome everybody on Facebook. In case you're wondering, we are, everyone on live stream, we are also on Facebook. So in case you're wondering, am I checking my emails? No. I am sharing the video. So I ask you to do the same because we want as many people as possible. You know, the advanced retreats have a limit to the number of people that can participate. But the core teachings, the essence of Master Sha's message, the latest in his guidance, the latest blessings that he has given to those that were there, he does this so that we as center leaders, we as master teachers, you as Tao Hands practitioners are able to uplift, inspire, and help others to transform their physical and spiritual life. So we want as many people as possible to join us tonight and to get a taste of what this weekend is going to be about. So I was very honored, and I welcome everyone. I'm going to put the name of the workshop up here to remind myself more than you. So it is this weekend we are offering the essence of Master Sha, message, and update. From the Toronto retreats. So Master Sha has been on Biguan for 4 months, silent meditation. He came out of his silent meditation on July 23rd to lead the Tao Calligraphy Retreat. That lasted until July 27th. July 29th, he began the Tao Abilities retreats, which are his most advanced retreats. So what I want to share with you is some of my experiences there, and then we'll get to the essence of Master Sha's message, and I'll share with you some of the blessings that we will be able to make available to you this weekend because of Master Sha's great compassion for humanity. So, Master Sha, it's okay. It's okay. I thank this, I thank the jacket, it's okay. So, Master Sha has become even more loving than he was before. If that's even possible, but it is. And when you're in live with him, it's even much more palpable. On a webcast, the emotions, even though they're, zooming in, but the emotions are a little bit muted. Everything is muted on a webcast. But when you're with him in person, and I am not someone that was able to sit in the front. There's lots of rules and regulations about rotating and all kinds of stuff. Anyways. And for me, because I need to stand, so it just works out better. I'm sitting in the back. But in the back, I could feel Master Sha's deep love. It's a love that you cannot even put into words. A love that has no limits, no boundaries, no conditions, nothing. There's absolutely nothing but the deepest, purest love. There's no expectations that you will turn around and do anything to repay what has been given to you. There's no requirements or prerequisites or anything. That doesn't mean that you don't have to meet certain spiritual standards. But His love, it just flows. It just flows. From the minute He walks into the room, most of the time, He just very quietly walked into the room. Just came in through one of the doors, unannounced, and just walked up to the stage. Somebody, was leading suddenly, saw Master Sha. And then just stood there and smiled. And that smile, it just filled the room with light. A light like I've never seen before. Sometimes you see pictures and you see the saints and they have this light inside of them, or they have light outside of them. That's what it's like when you're with Master Sha now. The light, it's light. All you see is light. And it's possible, I'm just seeing Him because I can see third eye images with my eyes open, yeah? So it's possible that that's what's happening, but I'm not the only one that had this experience. And everything He does, you can feel the love that goes into it. The love, it's before I felt a father's love, an unconditional father's love. This is very different now. None of us, I don't believe any of us, have experienced this kind of love. I really, truly do not believe that any of us, if we had, we wouldn't be here on Mother Earth, And if we had, we've probably done something in a lifetime that caused us to come back. Because that kind of love is just, honestly, I've been trying to, I came back yesterday, the whole day of travel coming back, and there wasn't anything that I wanted to do. I had to put out a newsletter. It's already 2 days late for Vancouver. But there wasn't anything that I wanted to do, that I had to do, needed to do. That human drive. And I remember I was at the airport. I could not. I didn't feel the ground. Even now, I went to run a quick errand because I travel on Tuesday to Vancouver. And I'm in this car, one of the car services, and it's like I'm there, but I'm not there. They've got music on, there's conversation going on, but I don't hear it, I'm not there. And as other passengers are dropped off, it's just it's silence and stillness in the car. And I realized that Master Sha has transformed us so deeply, so deeply. We've come back. I've come back in such a frequency now. Yeah. So, what I hope that you will have this weekend is not only hearing the message, but I hope that what happens for you this weekend is that you experience the message. That you can feel the love that's Master Sha has deposited literally into our soul, heart, mind, and body, into our Shen, Qi, and Jing. Because what he's wanting to do for every one of us, for every person who's with us on Facebook, even those that are not, for all of you who are joining us on live stream, those of you that are here, so thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you. What he did is he just poured the love into us, and poured and poured and poured and poured, hoping that it sticks, hoping that we come back, and that we in turn pour this love into you. And what he did is he gave us channels so that we are now able to give you these blessings for Da'ai, Da Kuan Shu, Da'ai is greatest love, Da Kuan Shu is greatest forgiveness, and Da Guan Min. What I've seen in the past year, in the past 8 months now in Vancouver, going back next week, is that when you receive blessings of love and forgiveness, you can transform deeply held beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, emotions, emotional responses, reactions that cause us to get stuck, cause us to see the world from that pain. Even though the reality is different, we're still seeing the pain. We're still seeing the blockages. We're still seeing, we're replaying over and over through other, with other people, our soul blockages, mind blockages, heart blockages. So these blessings that Master Sha has, these channels that Master Sha gave us, are so high. They're a very high dimension. So the level of blockages that can be removed around a particular issue are quite strong, quite significant. And he did this for 2 reasons. And so I'm going to start to share with you a little bit, but I want to give you a little bit more actually before I leave this. So Master Sha started with the Tao calligraphy retreat. Many people, I think at one point there were over 1,200 people who joined Master Sha in person, and there were 270 some people who joined in person, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but over 1,000 people who were on the on the webcast, right? Why does he do that? He does that because if you can learn to change the message, if you have the power to change the message, you have the power to relieve humanity's suffering. And I'm going to explain in a minute what I learned from him. Already before I left, I had been doing some, to make sure this is completely muted. In Toronto, they did something very interesting. And I'm going to talk to Master Shunya if we do that tomorrow. I just have to say it was a little bit unsettling at first. But they gave us these little plastic bags with our names on them. And before you walked in, you had to deposit your phone. And they had these 2 big boxes that had locks on them. And so you turned in your phone, A to M or A to L, whatever was in this box, and M to Z was in this box. and then at the end, at the breaks, you picked up your phone. And it was very interesting. I think I only heard 2 phones ever go off in 2.5 weeks. So and no eating in the room. It really kept the space very, very sacred. It was, even for me, I was like, oh, I'm not turning in my phone. And then they sent somebody very high level to get my phone. Master Jimena, we have a new policy. Give me that phone. I said, the ringer's off, the phone is off. That's good. Put it in the Ziploc bag. Give me the phone. So every day, it's one of the first people handing in the phone. So, why did they do that? Because then you are not distracted. And by not being distracted with your everyday life, you are able to stay in the frequency. And by staying in the frequency, you transform. The phone, the text messages, Facebook posts, email notices, your bank notices, whatever notices you get, they distract you. They take you out of the condition. So Master Sha at one point said, if you are thinking, what am I going to what am I going to eat for dinner? I have to call so-and-so. I have to do whatever. He said, you're not in the condition. You are not in the condition. You are not in stillness. You are not in emptiness. You are not in quietness. And there are layers of quietness. And that's one of his biggest teachings this weekend, is why quietness is so important, and then how to get into quietness. Why it's important, how to get there, how to stay there. So what Master Sha is doing, I want to come back to the Tao Calligraphy Retreat. What Master Sha is doing with Tao Calligraphy is he is teaching us not only to, can I say this? He is teaching us how to replace one message with another message. All of his techniques do this. He talks about chanting. Chanting is a repetition of a mantra. What is a mantra? Sacred sounds. Usually you repeat it over and over and over. Om, Om. Or we chant, I love my heart and soul. But you have to think about the words, right? After a while, you chant it, you don't even think about it. You just sing without thinking about the words. But it's still something that is happening at the mind level. What Master Sha is doing for us is he's trying to get us to the higher frequencies, higher fields, and calligraphy can do that. Calligraphy, like when he teaches us chanting, he says, you're replacing one thought, you're replacing your words. Why does he say the mantra never leaves your lips? Then hopefully you don't speak any negativities. You're not chanting, I love my heart and soul, and then suddenly, say some very unkind things to somebody. You're not chanting, I love my heart and soul, and then suddenly, scream at somebody, for doing something, right? So you're replacing one message with another message. Writing is something that's very interesting. I cannot yet put it into words, but I learned what I got was the permanence of writing. how permanent this message can be. Once it's written, it's there. You write it, it's there. You might burn the paper, but the message was put into the heart and into the soul. So writing, whether you write in the air, whether you write with ink, there's a permanence to it that's very powerful. And calligraphy, the way Tao calligraphy, using the Abitsa technique, of course, means that just the technique itself brings you into a state of yin-yang balance, of relative balance, because you cannot be in perfect balance, but it brings you into a state of yin-yang balance and brings you into a state of yin-yang oneness. So this weekend we're going to talk about this. Dr. Rulin, what is her latest course? The law of yin-yang, the law of yin-yang, yeah. Because what Master Sha is doing is he's not only preparing us to be the best human beings in the world. There's lots of traditions, lots of organizations, lots of teachers that can do that. But Master Sha has the power, the authority to take us beyond that. To help us to be servants beyond the human realm. Servants for Mother Earth. So not only servants for humanity, that's a human saint, but servants for Mother Earth, and then servants in heaven, servants for the Tao, also all universes. That's what makes Master Sha unique. Because I've had lots of people say to me, but everybody teaches love. Yes, this is true. I studied, gosh, last time I was here for only 5 days, I think. I still made a trip to the library to donate more books. I open a box, more books. Okay. More books and more books and more books. And what did they all have in common? They all teach you how to be a great human being, right? They all teach you how to learn from another's example through an autobiography, how to use love in a situation where you might have a life-threatening condition, or a situation where something catastrophic has occurred. You've lived through a horrendous car accident, illness, right? And what people learn through, is that they go through this huge awakening and realization that their life hasn't really been a life well lived because they haven't been focusing on love. They haven't been focusing on serving others. They've been focusing on themselves and the accumulation of wealth, fame, all kinds of things that we accumulate. Some people accumulate cars, cars, boats, planes, sports clubs. These people that buy franchises. They buy the NFL franchise or NBA franchise. And they have this huge awakening, and they're not spiritual teachers, but they have these huge and profound awakenings. So, or books by spiritual teachers, all of them, at the end of the day, all of them talk about the same thing. Life has meaning when it is a life lived in service. It has purpose when you are seeking to help others to be happier and healthier. So, no argument. Many, many, many teachers teach the same things that Master Sha does. But very few can say that they have the authority and the power to be able to help us to make those transformations, transformation of many lifetimes in seconds. In seconds. That's what the channels do. When I said to you, we received Da'ai, Greatest Love Channel, Da Kuan Shu, Greatest Forgiveness Channel, Da Guan Min, Greatest Light Channel. That's what those blessings do. Da Kuan Shu is forgiveness. What is being cleared? Soul blockages. What are soul blockages? Karma. Mind blockages. Mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, ego, attachments, desire, emotional imbalances, greed, anger, anxiety, depression, worry, fear. Spiritual, the spiritual, the dark, what's it called? The dark night of the soul, right? We think God doesn't love us, has forgotten us. That's what those channels are able to do. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. I received crown chakra blessings for two. I think I received them. One I received when I was there, and then the other two I had to receive crown chakra blessings. They're very powerful. Very, very powerful. Before I could receive the channels, I had to receive the crown chakra blessings. Yeah. So that's one way to change the message. Another way to change the message is through the calligraphy. Because what the calligraphy is doing, and this is what I think all of us need to remember, is that what we're doing when we're writing is we're changing the messages within us. We're changing the message. You're practicing the 10 Da. Why does Master Sha say, practice the 10 Da, practice the 10 Da, practice the 10 Da? As you practice writing the greatest love, the greatest forgiveness, the greatest compassion, the greatest light, the greatest humility, the greatest harmony, the greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment, you are replacing the messages within you with those messages. And the more you practice, it's like the mantras, right? The more you practice the mantras, it's Chinese. And I'm not saying that facetiously. They are written in Chinese. So we don't know what they mean. I don't know what they mean. I am not a Chinese-speaking individual. But after a while, I actually know what they mean. I'm just like, oh, it's almost like, I hear Spanish. I know exactly what Spanish means. You probably hear Italian. Someone speaking it. You know exactly what they're saying. I'm chanting I'm chanting the Tao 3. I know exactly what it's saying. It's become it's becoming a language, right? Same thing is happening with the calligraphy. We are changing. It's like you are writing apple. Remember how they have to write it first. You print. They gave you the little dotted lines to trace apple with the pencil, right? And then 3rd grade, 4th grade, then you had to write in cursive, same thing. Then they gave you a pen. So it takes years. You learn how to write vocabulary. You gain your vocabulary. Now with calligraphy, Master Sha is giving us, we're using sound, we're also using writing. We're using writing to change the messages. Each of the messages, he said something very interesting. The brain, we're only using 10% of our brain. Maybe 15% for some high-level functioning people. That means 85% of your brain cells are dormant. He said Every organ has dormant cells. Exactly. What would happen if all the cells were active? Healing would be accelerated. Rejuvenation could become possible. Karma. Someone whispered the question. Did he say why? Blockages. Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. So that's humanities, right? That's humanities, Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. So it's not just one person. It's not that just one person has blockages in that particular organ. It's humanities, Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. Humanities karma. Yeah. So we as a species carry karma. Yeah. So we have our own. We have ancestors, and then we have humanity's karma. This is why you need to trace. This is why you need to write. That one of the fastest ways to change the messages, calligraphy, tracing, chanting, writing. Everybody has those. Everybody should have 10 dot cards. And you know, I think I left them. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They had there, and they said that they've been available at other retreats. I was like, I've been there, but apparently I wasn't there. These little Da'ai cards, have you seen those? They said they've been available at 2 retreats. Yeah. She says she saw them. I'm like, I've been to every retreat. Anyways, so everyone should have 10 dot cards. If you should be, no. That's not what I'm talking about, no. Yeah. So everybody should be carrying a calligraphy card. And every moment you should be tracing. You know, I'm sitting in the, I told you I had to run quick errand. You know, I don't have that many days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days. I'm here all weekend. So basically leaves me with part of today and Monday and Tuesday to get ready to go to Vancouver for 2 days. So quick, I took a car service. And they're just talking. But there's nothing significant. Nothing really. It's nice. It's nice conversation. Don't get me wrong. What am I doing? Tracing. I'm tracing my Da'ai card. There isn't anything negative that they're doing, but their frequency is not the same frequency that was in the space that I was in with Master Sha. So I can sit there and watch my frequency drop, or I can keep my frequency, try and keep my frequency at a higher level. Try to hold on to what was given to me. To do that, you have to work a little bit at it. So I've learned, people are so lucky I am tracing wherever I go. Because imagine the field that's created, right? The cards are not... the cards have high frequency. They were given to me. One of them is given to me for my spinal cord, which I am grateful to share with everybody. I have no pain in my spine. I have other pain that is healing, but all of the pain in my spine gone, completely gone, completely gone. How long did it take? I went to Toronto and I had pain in the bones, not the nerve pain. That's that was related to the Tarlov cysts. So this was bone pain, and everything was shifting, and I could hear. I laid down on the floor, just to take the pressure off. Airport, the room that was there where we were holding the retreat, and I would hear my bones clicking, click, 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 click. Things were shifting, adjusting themselves. I don't know. Then Master Sha did a reading for me, and so he told me my frequency and vibration had actually shifted dramatically. Then he offered on Sunday very special blessings, the very special package, and I received that for my spine. That day, I was really completely out of it for many reasons, including that blessing. The next, I slept, I think I slept 10 hours. After the retreat was over, and I slept, I think, 10 hours. When I woke up, I had no pain, and I have been pain-free. So it's now 5 days. Mm-hmm. Already, most of the time, I didn't have pain in my spine, but that bone pain, your bones just hurt. It just completely disappeared. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. It's just amazing. So it's been, it is 2 weeks shy of a year. So I fell in May, but it was in August, at the end of August 29th, that last day of the retreat with Master Cecilia. It's just, I went through this very, very challenging situation after that retreat, and after that I was just in pain, and the pain just went straight up. So it's almost been a year. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, thanks to Master Sha. Yeah. So, Tao calligraphy, don't think that Tao calligraphy is something that is just for those who want to be teachers or those who want to be healers. You need to do Tao calligraphy. You need to practice Tao calligraphy. You need to learn, just as you learn to write apple, bird. I remember as a kid learning English and learning English and learning to write at the same time, because I was just shy of my 6th birthday when we came to the States. So by the time the fall came, I was 6. So they put me in 1st grade, but I'd never learned to read or write. So I had to learn to read, but in a foreign language. I had to learn to read and write in a foreign language. I spoke one language. I was learning to read and write in another language. And I was dyslexic on top of it all. So makes for interesting situation. But you need to, I don't want to get distracted. You need to do calligraphy. Don't think of it as it's a task only for those people who want to be calligraphy teachers, who want to sell their calligraphy. No, this is for you. This is to help you to transform those blockages that you cannot transform. Every day, most days, today I didn't, and yesterday the retreat ended quite early in the morning. I want to say it's 5:30ish, and my shuttle was coming at 8:15, so I had 3 hours to pack, and so I slept for half an hour, I think. That was it. So I didn't have time to practice. But I'll go home today and practice. So every morning I do about an hour and a half of practice. Doesn't matter. Minimum of an hour, generally an hour and a half. I share this with you because Master Sha is the one that checked when I shared with him what had happened for me. You want to change your life, you need to practice. So most of the time, I wake up and I do an hour, hour and a half of practice. Lying down, tracing, writing, whatever you are guided to do, doesn't matter. It has to involve calligraphy, however, and it has to involve a CD, one of Master Sha's CDs. Why? Sound power. You need to be in Master Sha. You chant with Master Sha, your frequency changes. Especially if you have one of his CDs that's been, that has a special blessing for it. And that includes Love, Peace, and Harmony. Yeah. So, my frequency and vibration changed dramatically. And it took me 3 days to understand what it was that Master Sha had said to me. I am not somebody, the hardest thing for me to do is actually practice. I'm very good at service. I will serve till I just drop into the bed, no problem. But doing practice, because I'm one of those people that Master Sha talks about. Oh, I have to write this urgent email. Oh, I just remembered I have to make this payment. Oh, I have to do that. That mind is just going crazy, crazy, crazy. So practice does not come easy to me. But if I don't do practice in the morning, I'm in pain. I'm flying high from the retreats right now. But already I can feel it. I know my frequency. I'm out of the field. I'm out of Master Sha's field. Imagine what dimension he's in. Remember when I said to you, Master Sha comes into the room, his love, there's no end to it. His dimensions have no end. I mean, he says, who knows what dimension he's in? Infinite dimensions. Yeah. You come out of that field, you're coming down really fast. Yeah. So, I will do practices tonight and, get back on even during the retreat, every single day of the retreat except for yesterday when I traveled, I did an hour and a half of practice. Because I feel the difference. I physically feel the difference. I did not expect that there would be such a huge shift for me. Then there was a couple that shared how much they had huge challenges, and they had some very huge challenges. They shared. Master Sha told them, I gave you a calligraphy. I saw you, 4 months ago. They had given them a calligraphy. They honored for this calligraphy. It was way beyond anything that they could possibly even fathom, how they were going to honor for this calligraphy. But they did it, received the calligraphy. Trace. I think they watched the videos. They traced for 10 minutes or something. So they went to another retreat with Master Sha, and Master Sha asked them, how's it going? Oh, Master Sha. Master Sha checked, and he said, you need to do 500 or 600 hours of tracing. I don't remember. They said, okay, there's 2 of us. And they figured it out, very mathematically, very, very methodical, figured it out. They did it. And what was interesting is Master Sha had said to them, after you complete the first 50 hours, something will happen. Don't stop. Don't think that this is the end. You continue to the end till you hit the 500 or 600 hours. They did it. And then they shared what had happened for them. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. So I understand, and I'm passing on to you. Practice. Tracing is practice. Writing is practice. Why did they experience what they experienced? Why did I've had no medical intervention. There is no cure for my condition. The inflammation was there was so much inflammation in my spine, I could not get out of bed in the morning. Why? I could not even roll over. I could not even roll off the bed, to get out of the bed in any direction. I would sleep perfectly still. It's just pain in my spine. So, my story, their story, why? Tracing and writing. So there are days I can write for 2 hours. There are days I cannot even touch a brush. No problem. I can trace. Some days pain is so high, I cannot even do that. All I can do is hold the card on my message center. Why? Your message center is the center for everything. You want to heal? Message center. Mingmen point. So I put one here, I put one on my Mingmen point. Chant, silently visualize the light. So, but what I learned from what Master Sha, from what they shared and what I experienced, you need to change the message. To change the message takes a while. It's almost like, you know, I had this image. Remember that those etch-a-sketch? Remember people? Did people remember the etch-a-sketch? Did you have one? Yeah, my sister had one. The little red thing with the knobs, right? And then you could make, yeah, you could use the knobs, and then it would write, and you could go up, down, sideways, and you could make all kinds of images on it. Yeah. So what are we doing? What would happen on that etch-a-sketch is that the more you'd used it, sometimes if you did the same pattern over and over, the pattern got stuck in the image, right? It was like a shadow. Did you have that? No, because my sister did that. She scratched the plastic. I don't know what happened, but somehow there was like a shadow image. Scratched the inside of the screen. Oh, scratched the inside of the screen. Okay. Anyways, what are we doing when we're writing? What are we doing when we're tracing? We're hedging. Yeah, we're edging like they used to do. Remember how they used to write in stone? How they write into gold? How they write into different metals? That's what we're doing. We're changing the message. And this is one of the biggest messages that Master Sha had for us. And I'll share with you more of those teachings this weekend, how exactly this happens. But what's important for you is for you to realize and recognize you have everything. If I never got another blessing, if I never got another treasure, what I have is so incredible. But you have to use it. And it doesn't mean that it's easy. You think I'm laying there like this, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all the things I have to do, but I'm in so much pain. Trace, die. You know, I'm chanting Da'ai, I'm chanting golden light, I'm chanting every... because Master Sha, I already heard him say, replace one message with another message, okay? So, die did not work for me because those other messages were so strong. So no problem. For an hour and a half, I connected with every treasure that I had. I just said hello. Every single thing, I realized actually through this whole experience, how much we have received. I have book circles everywhere in my house. There isn't a room that doesn't have a book circle. You know, the kitchen, on the floor, up above, on above the cabinets. There's book circles everywhere. My sister thought, she said, do I have to pick up all those books? When she came over when I was sick, I said, no, don't touch. Don't touch those books. There's book circles everywhere. And they're double, triple, quadruple. There's some rooms have quadruple circles. So I just connected with every single treasure. And what happened? The message changed. I said hello to how many book circles? How many times have we gone to retreats and we received a treasure and the book circles? Do you remember Master Sha would give us books of 10? This one got this blessing, that one got that blessing. And usually I would put the name of the blessing into at least one of the books, And so I looked them up, and whatever I could remember, I just started, because I could not chant Da'ai, Da'ai, Da'ai. The thoughts were so intrusive, the negative. So I just used that time, and I was connecting with all of the treasures, one by one. Every book circle that I have, every treasure that I could remember, and I remembered a whole bunch. Pyramids, spheres, golden balls, rainbow balls, purple. We received so much. What did that do? It changed the message in my body. The frequency and vibration of my body has changed. Why? The message was changed. So be creative. Be curious. I have to chant, die, die. I have to chant, die. Be creative. Do something. Anything. Master Sha is so flexible. Yes, of course, it would be best if I could get up and I tracing, die, die, and I can see the golden light. But it doesn't always happen for me. And that's okay. That's what he said. It's okay. But change the message. Be creative. Find a way to change the message using calligraphy, using his songs. Find a way. I don't know what it could be. Like, I heard at this retreat, you can trace with your eyes. Sometimes, you cannot be in your office, die, tracing your calligraphy. People are going to walk by at your office and go, what are you doing? But you could very easily have on your computer screen, which is what I have, you can have a picture of your Da'ai calligraphy. You could have a picture from the books, the Soul Healing Miracles book. It could always be up there. You could always just take a picture, put it up there. Also, they have it, the cover of the book. The new Da'ai book, beautiful gold. Yeah, you just get it off of Amazon. And you trace with your eyes. So there isn't, we limit ourselves. What Master Sha is teaching us is flexibility. Be flexible. Today, maybe you can get up and trace. Tomorrow, maybe you cannot do down tracing, but maybe you write. It doesn't matter, but do something and do it every single day. Because our biggest issues that we have is that we cannot go beyond the human realm, the third dimensional realm, the third dimension world that we're in, and go to the higher realms, right? What is the fourth dimension? Fourth dimension is the dimension of the Buddhas. Fifth dimension is the dimension of the divine. Yeah. Tao and Source are sixth dimension, and Tao is infinite. So what Master Sha is telling us at the retreat is that we need to transform our Shen, Qi, and Jing blockages, right? We've taken our time. We fit it in when we can. But Mother's transition, fire's everywhere. It's telling you, Mother's transition is accelerating. Time is of the essence now. So our effort can do a lot. Our effort, I saw from my own effort, from the other two people's efforts, the transformations, both of us, huge, not little. If I said this was a slip disc, okay, you could go, okay, I believe it. But the condition I have, there's no cure, there's no research. 5 doctors, 3 different methodologies. They're considered controversial because there's no clinical proof, and it's not permanent. What they're doing is not permanent. So sometimes, often the Shen blockages show up in a different part of the spine. So what we have to do is, as Master Sha says, we need to accelerate this transformation. And that's why blessings are so important now. The fastest transformation occurs with the blessings. this is part of what we have to do, and we have to really be consistent. You cannot just say, oh, I'm going to chant, I'm going to chant 5 minutes now, 2 minutes later. Oh, I'm going to do another 2 minutes, after I eat lunch. Oh, okay, at the end of the day, all right, I did 15 minutes. In the meantime, you've created a whole bunch of other Shenqijing blockages that more than make up for the ones you removed. Because in between here, you had a lot of thoughts. You said a lot of things. You did a lot of things, some of which may not have been very pleasant. So what have you accomplished? Not much. So this is kind of, this approach, if you have a little headache, okay, maybe it works. But if you're really, really serious, you want to transform something, you need to make the commitment. This was really, he said this to us already earlier this year. I went to Toronto in January. He was very clear then. He was very clear in November at the retreats in Toronto. You must have a dedicated practice. Don't look at it as this is something that I am, I don't have a sickness, so therefore, I'll do it when I can get around to it. You must have a dedicated practice. Why? Because the frequencies in the universe are elevating, and our Shenqijing blockages are coming up really fast. That's why when we chant 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there, and we go, oh, we're so lucky, we did our 15 minutes of practice for the day. You're not really making a dent at all, because the karma is coming up so quickly. Make a commitment. You have to. I said to myself, if I want to heal, Master Sha had already told me last year he could not help me. He could not help me. I could not receive services last year. I was not even allowed to apply. Mm-hmm. And then when that test was over, then Master Sha could not help me. There was no, heaven said no. So I know the teachings. I know that means there's something I have to transform. Some mindset, some attitude, some belief, something deep that I'm not willing to face has to transform. And my teacher was so kind. So kind, he could not help me. He could not do what he wanted to do. But in November at that Tao retreat, he said, okay, cannot help her. Okay. He made available to everybody one of the crystal ball fachis for healing. And he called me up and he said, come get a crystal ball. That was the most he could do, but it was made available to everybody. So what the practice did for me and for the two people at the retreat who just shared it 2 days ago, it forced us to change. By tracing, we changed those deep messages. Those messages that were buried so deeply we could not see them. So deeply that when they tried to surface, we did everything we could to not see them, push them down. They did it too. They recognized, just like I recognized, all of the things that we do to distract ourselves. So I made a commitment in August of last year. I was in so much pain, and the pain was just getting higher and higher. There was nothing, I could not function unless I was doing practice. So, and I remember thinking to myself, it's okay, this is pain, it's okay. Pain is easy to handle with Master Sha's techniques. And I'll just do enough practice until the pain comes down. I'll do enough practice till pain comes down, took an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. But it worked. The pain would come down and then I could function for a couple of hours. You need to make the same commitment. That no matter what, you are going to do the same thing. You are not going to go to bed until you do your practice. And you do it. Don't, if you cannot do a practice, oh, I'll sit here silently and go into emptiness. And in the meantime, your head is like all crazy. Then get up and dance. You know? Dance like nobody's watching. Because nobody is, except the saints. And they'll help you. And saints' animals, they'll help you. They'll remove the blockages. So make a commitment. Make a commitment to do the practices. You have to do dedicated practice now. Otherwise, these blockages just get thicker and thicker. You have to make a commitment. You know what I've learned? And this is the essence of Master Sha's teaching. We are all in pain. Everybody has pain. We think only some people have pain. Only the homeless person has pain. Only the person who has cancer. No. Their pain's on the surface. The homeless person, they have no... Do you think they think they're not homeless? Do you think that they're pretending that they're still... their life is the same as it was before? No. They're very aware of their situation. Their karma is in front of them. They've accepted this situation. It's very painful to see a homeless person. They have no buffer between themselves and their karma. Sometimes the people who have all the material stuff are the ones that are in the most pain. Because we have pain on the physical level. I was in pain on the physical level. Pain on the emotional level. Pain on the mental level. You know, when your mind is... I have a client who is having... what are they called? Suicidal thoughts. That's painful. To want to die all the time. On the surface, their life looks, very average. Family, children, a career. Everybody's in pain. When you cannot practice, that means the pain is high. Choose a different practice. But make the commitment to change the pain. What we're doing is we're changing the pain to love. Tao love. Tao forgiveness. Tao compassion, light, humility, harmony, flourishing, gratitude, service, enlightenment. That's what we're doing. We're changing our blockages to the 10 Da. Really, the 10 Da are changing our pain to the 10 Da. This is the essence of the retreats. In one sentence. This, so simple. So simple. As he said, easy to say, easy to understand, not so easy to live, right? Not so easy to embody. Why? Shen Qi Jing blockages. They're forever coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up. And if you clear yours, then there's Mother Earth, there's humanities, there's Mother Earth. Oh, forgot our ancestors. Descendants, some of them are creating some heavy blockages. Yeah. We're so lucky. We have Master Sha. He is releasing to humanity the most amazing. That blessing, I really, really hope that it's possible for all of us to receive that blessing for another week. The one that he offered last Sunday. 10 treasures. 10 treasures. I went to Toronto. I received, I wrote a blog post. I received the hula water. He talked about the hula water on Sunday Blessings, yeah? Little 2 ounces, in a little plastic cup. You received 9 other treasures. You got sprinkles. All you need is 1 drop. I connected with that treasure, and I connect every single day, and yesterday was no different. Yesterday I was on the plane, sleeping on the plane because I hadn't slept, 24 hours. What was I connecting with? That hula water blessing. Any treasure that Master Sha offers, it's a soul. You connect with it. You connect with it. That's what, when I was practicing, I'm connecting with this book circle, that book circle, that pyramid, those golden light balls, This fachi, that fachi. I surround myself. I could not get out of. I moved everything into my bedroom. Everything. That room was just packed. The frequency was so high because I couldn't, I couldn't function. Everything was within, I could just lie down, reach, and I knew exactly where everything was. Phone, computer, everything. Right? I learned to type lying down. Everything was in that room. Frequency is very high, but if you don't connect, nothing happens. Why does Master Sha teach us say hello? Every single one of his books. Because you are forming a relationship with all of those treasures. What are you doing when you're writing? You always connect with the calligraphy. Dear the soul of Da'ai calligraphy, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please borrow my soul, heart, mind, and body to write. Write. You connect. If you're a Tao practitioner, you can connect with the Tao practitioner, the Tao calligraphy practitioner download, and ask it to write through you. What are you doing? You're saying hello. You're making a heart-to-heart connection. What are you doing when you connect with the cards? Right? You went to get the calligraphies. Now we have these cards. Let's see, make sure I have the right cards. Yeah. So you don't just, I hope people aren't just tracing. I hope that you're connecting with the soul of the Da'ai. Dear the soul of the Da'ai, Tao calligraphy card, love you, honor you, and appreciate you. It's, out of this beautiful book that Master Sha has given us. Sorry, Master Marilyn, I love your book, but we have to feature Master Sha's today. The greatest love. So, every single one of the practices that Master Sha gives you, and there's, I think, 7 practices. What do they start with? Say hello. Body power is say hello. Then the soul of this beautiful calligraphy in the book here connects with you. Then this transformation can become faster and faster and faster. So that's what's happened to me. My body's very responsive now. I mentioned the hula water. I can connect. I can ask one of the treasures to heal and transform something, and it's very fast. It's very, very fast. The body responds. The treasure's responding in super time. The bodies follow. That heal the soul first, then healing of the mind and the body will follow. That process is happening very quickly for me now. For the moment. You don't know. Black's just coming up all the time. So, same thing will happen for you. Then what happens for us as a community, when we come together, that transformation, like this weekend, you join us this weekend, that transformation is going to be accelerated. We're going to be doing practices We're going to be doing mantras, we're going to be doing meditation, we're going to be doing blessings. What's going to happen for you? Huge shifts. So I want you to do something. Think about one thing. Like for me, if I cannot walk, if I'm just in pain all the time, there is nothing I can do. It's difficult. Sometimes, so difficult to even eat because the pain makes you so nauseous and it's so exhausting. And this is true whether it's physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, or spiritual pain. You're exhausted. The pain wears on you. So, pick something, one thing, one aspect of your life, one issue and part of your life that you would like to transform, and focus on it this weekend. Really focus. Really put the time and the effort, your heart, your soul, the divine's love, light, forgiveness, compassion, everything that you will receive into transforming that issue. Because I want you to see how quickly transformation can occur now. We're kind of stuck in whenever we came into Master Sha's teachings, we're kind of stuck in, things take a while. No, things do not take a while. Think about my own experience. Think about those two people. Maybe in less than 6 months. Probably less than 6 months. Their situation, which was pretty major, shifted. I mean, really shifted. Really, really shifted. So, why? Frequency, vibration is so high. So we have to change our beliefs about healing. Because what stops us is, what's the use? All kinds of mindsets, attitudes, and beliefs. Things are happening very quickly. Very, very quickly now. This transformation of Tao, love, and light to changing our pain to Tao, love, and light is happening very quickly. The key is that we do this all the time, so that as this comes up, it doesn't stay. It comes up, gets transformed, comes up, gets transformed, comes up, gets transformed, and you learn to do this the whole day. But you cannot do this if you're only practicing for a total of 15 minutes the whole day. 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. You have to really dedicate time. So we're going to do lots of practice this weekend. Because this is the hardest thing for all of us to do. So take a minute. What do you want to transform? If you want to share on the live stream, if you want to share on Facebook, what do you want to transform? What do you need to transform? Paola's like, that's a different story. What do you want to transform? What do you need to transform? Take a few minutes. Sometimes we have to write several things because the real issue doesn't come up right away. The real issue is buried. Take a few minutes. I can hear myself. Can you close that? Yeah. It throws you off a little bit. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Many of us really want to make our souls yearn to make progress on the spiritual journey. But we think that we cannot really do what Master Sha is asking us. That's a belief or a mindset. Could be karma from a past life where we weren't able to do what we were being asked to do. But Master Sha, our teacher, humanity's teacher, is bringing the Tao to us. Tenda, Jindans, Tao calligraphy, every Tao calligraphy. Tao is present in every Tao calligraphy. Tao Chungs, Tao is present. You're lucky if you don't even have one thing that you want to change. I used to have a long list.
Molly just wrote, she said the list is long. She says the list is pretty long.
Who's that?
Lolly.
Oh, Lolly. Prioritize. Ask Kevin, use your pendulum. What's the priority? Yeah, what's number one? What's number two? What's number three? And everybody has a different approach. You know, maybe you want to try something, focus on something small. It doesn't matter. There's no right, there's no wrong. Just do it. Just, let's use this weekend to really transform our biggest blockages. However you define it, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to transform. That's up to you. Eventually, we all get to the point where we know what our biggest blockages are. Everything else has been removed. There's nothing else but that blockage staring you in the face. We all have them. We all have 2 or 3 of those that are still there. Yeah. So pick something. Pick what you want to transform this weekend. Along with it, I invite you to articulate why. Not in, well, I'm supposed to, but in how is this going to benefit you? How is this going to benefit your clients, your students, humanity, your family? How is this going to benefit your family? So take a moment. What will the benefit be? You may or may not know. It's okay. And you may end up just using one of the, you may end up using one of Master Sha's, something from one of the books. Oh, I'll be a better servant. Good. Even that's good. Because then you will eventually align with that message. Oh, look, the purse is sitting on the cushion instead of me. I'm like, feels so good. Okay. So, articulate for yourself a benefit. For me, the benefit was, how can I support Vancouver? They're looking to me to guide them, to support them, to teach them, to train them. How can I support them, when I cannot function? Master Sha is expecting me to support Vancouver, to support Hawaii, support San Francisco. So I didn't have time to think about, well, what this means is I'm going to go on vacation, I'm going to do this. There's none of that. I have to support the centers. Yeah. So all of us, as we as we advance on our spiritual journey, as we go through our spiritual journey, our priorities and our focus changes. I know because, this past weekend, this past 2.5 weeks with Master Sha, I relived so many things. Not only this lifetime, but so many past lifetimes came up, and the transformation was so fast. So that's really what we would like to do for you this weekend, is to give you that same experience. I know it's not possible for, Master Sha has over 1 million people, over 1 million students, so it's not possible for everybody to attend the advanced retreats. This is why we're doing this weekend, to help you stay abreast of the most recent teachings, and then to help you have some of those experiences so that you can be tracking with Master Sha, so you don't feel that you're being left behind. Okay. If anybody want to share? Yeah, go ahead, please. Do you have a mic? Because the 2 mics are here on the chair. Oh, but you have more. Oh, see, the center has more. This is wonderful. Very, very soon we're going to have more in Vancouver too.
I have my choice of 3.
Wow. Okay, good.
This is quite interesting because I think it was maybe during the calligraphy retreat.
Yeah.
I was watching, and I don't know, for the last couple of weeks, I had been experiencing. Do you want me to come up there?
Yeah, that would be best. I actually think that's best. You come up, and then we'll read also. The people post. And, I can check. I was going to get my phone because I want to check Facebook. Oh, can you check if people post on Facebook?
Yeah, people are posting.
Okay, good. So share. Yeah?
Out of the way. I think I can see myself.
Can you do that? You can come up and be camera person and be camera person and spokesperson at the same time, or audience member at the same time. Okay, so I'll move out of the way.
Oh, that's okay. I'll stand here.
You got that? Okay.
You can stand here too.
Okay, good. Oh, you set it up that way. Beautiful. All right.
It was sometime in the last maybe week or so.
Yeah.
I was experiencing all this heaviness. It's like, oh man, this is such work.
Yeah.
And
that's this, right?
Yeah, all that stuff was coming up.
Blockages are coming up, yeah?
Yeah. And so I remember going out at break time out into the kitchen to get some food, and I got this beautiful message. And it said basically to lighten up, to enjoy the spiritual journey. The spiritual journey isn't meant to be so heavy and ponderous, that you can step back and get a bigger picture, a bigger perspective, and just enjoy it. I mean, when you look at the Dalai Lama, he's always smiling or laughing or giggling or something, and you wonder, well, gosh, he doesn't look like he's sincere or something like that, because he looks, everything, seems humorous. But that's not it at all. He sees the bigger picture. And, he sees how small and petty some of our little problems are in the vast scheme of things. And so I was kind of given a vision for that. And so my goal is to work on eliminating my negative aspects, my mental negativity, and just enjoying the spiritual journey, because it's a grand journey.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's my goal this weekend.
Good. Master Sha teaches, what does he say to us? A lot of times what he says is, what to do with the pen? What does he say? The past is past. Let it go. It's easy. Let it go. You're just hanging on. Most of the time what we're hanging on to is our memory. Memories from past lifetimes, where the spiritual journey, the
Go adjust the camera.
You're going to go adjust the camera. Okay. So where the memories of the hardship are weighing on us. None of us are living in austere conditions. None of us are living in extreme physical hardship. Yes, of course there are people in Master Sha's organization that have some challenges, but not the intensity with which we can feel, and it feels very real. But it's the past. The past is past. Let it go. Master Sha has said this repeatedly. The journey that he has put us on is a journey of love, forgiveness, compassion, light, humility, harmony, flourishing, gratitude, service, and enlightenment. If you don't see this, if all you see is this, then all that gets multiplied is the pain. That's why he, from the beginning, he talked a lot about his early beginnings. At the Presidio, at Fort Mason. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. It's going to be hot. Yeah, thank you. So at Fort Mason, what did he do? Master Sha taught. You don't focus. Do not focus on the pain. Do not connect to the pain. Connect to the outcome. Become the outcome. Become the outcome. Become Tao love. Become Tao forgiveness. The chain is, oh, that's what's rubbing. Oh, I'm so sorry to everybody who's on Facebook and... Sorry. I give you lots of blessings of love. Heal the ears and all the... It's like grating on something. Okay. All right. So let it go. It's much easier to do now because the frequency and vibration is so high. Want to let it go? Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. Who else? Who wants to share online?
Oh, lots of folks. Let's see.
Oh yeah, good. Let's hear. Yeah.
Where does this start? Let's see.
You want to share? Okay. Yeah, let's hear him. I've done all the talking. There's a reason why they have a happy Buddha. We should all strive to be happy Buddhas. There's no sad Buddha. There's no miserable Buddha. I haven't heard of one. No.
Hollywood made it trendy to be sad.
I don't know, but we don't have to be. Suffering is a choice, right? Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Oops, what happened?
There we go.
Okay.
Let's see. Lali Singh writes that her list is pretty long. And Master Peggy writes that we can look at the list and ask the most important area to reveal itself to you. Master Padre O'Neill says, my energy, vitality, and stamina. Lila Ross says, I would like to transform my Mingmen fire and water. She has hot flashes. I need to find more time to practice to transform my... I can't read what it is. It looks like L5. Oh, L5S1. That's
I know.
Ilium sacrum joint there, L5S1 joint as well. Dagon N. And let's see, Master Jeffrey Remus says transform trust. Patricia Jadu says my head together with hearing levels to transform. Let's see. Jitka Kells writes, "Thank you, Mr. Men. I would like to find out what is my task and go ahead with it." So she's looking for her task.
So let me talk a little bit about that. Hold it there. You know, I no longer do I no longer do Tian Ming readings. There's only 3 of us, I think, or 5 of us that were given the authority to do this. I no longer do them. You know why? Because we don't actually take action, and we get you talked about it. You don't actually engage in the present. You're too focused you're too focused out here. Out here, we need to really learn to live very much in the present moment. This is another thing that was so incredibly evident and obvious with Master Sha. Already you know he lives very much in the moment. But he is living every moment as if it is eternity. As if it is infinite in time and space. I don't know if that makes sense. It just, there is no time with him. There's no longer time with him. And when you're in his presence, you don't have any sense of time with him at all. None. Zero. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing, there's no sense of time at all with Master Sha. And every moment seems infinite. And you're very present. You're very present with yourself. That's why you can feel so much. You feel your own blockages. You're living your own blockages. But then you can also feel and see other people's. You can really feel the room, see the room. Because we're all going through the same process of purification. Yeah. So we can become so disconnected because we're trying to avoid the pain. We're trying to avoid the pain of the present, and we can get misguided because we come up with our own path to that future. The only thing you need to know now is serve. And serving is simple. Everybody can have a love, peace, harmony group. Everybody can be gathering. You can chant. You want to chant for the animals, the dogs, the cats, the fish. You want to chant for the trees, all those trees that are dying in fires. You want to chant for the oceans that are being polluted. Whatever you want to chant for, there are people in the world that want to chant with you. Think about it. There is someone else in the world who has the same burning desire to be able to transform some aspect of the world. So start. If you can find them in your community, even better. But everybody can be chanting love, peace, and harmony for whatever it is. Go to a homeless shelter and chant love, peace, and harmony. Play the box. You know, I travel with 2 boxes. Wherever I go, I always, first thing I do is I just like setting up for an event. First thing I do, plug in those love, peace, and harmony boxes. And I leave them playing. I go teach. I come back at night. Already the space has transformed. If I am able to leave another CD playing, great. So everybody needs to serve. You know here in San Francisco, the Zen Buddhist, what is it called? The San Francisco Zen Buddhist Center. They need help in their bookstore and they need help in their kitchen. You can go. And while you're there, you chant love, peace, and harmony. People will ask you, what are you humming? Love, peace, and harmony. Someone said to me, Mr. Jimena, we can try and do a research study at this facility where we're doing some service, but it's going to take some time. Why don't we donate plants and put a Love, Peace, Harmony box in the plants? And then they can be playing Love, Peace, and Harmony in the halls of these facilities. I was like, that's brilliant. We're accomplishing two things. We're beautifying the space of these facilities, and we can be playing Love, Peace, and Harmony. Be creative. Find a way to serve. There is always going to be something that needs transformation in your community. Always. Then do it. You help with that, then you are taken to the next door. And then that door will open. You step through it, you accomplish what you need to accomplish there, then the next door will open. And then the next door will open. But if I tell you what the ultimate door is, you don't know how to get there. You don't have any idea how to get there. So, service. Serve, Yitka. Start a Love, Peace, Harmony group in your area. And that, you, your mother, your aunt, I think that's Yitka, I think is on Vancouver Island. Chant. Who in the world will accept the people who are into, selling weapons? Everybody else wants love, peace, and harmony in the world. They're not going to come to the arms people. They're not going to come to our groups. No problem. The rest of us, we sing love, peace, and harmony. We sing because that message is changing the message for humanity, for Mother Earth, for animals, for plants, for the air, for the water. We must gather 1.5 billion people. All of us have a responsibility to help Master Sha to accomplish this task. It's not something that's just going to happen by itself. There's no blockages. California, you can go here in San Francisco, and I think this is true in California, you can go to any public library and rent a room and sing Love, Peace, and Harmony. As long as it's open to the public, and you can ask people to make a donation to the Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation. And then when they go, they can check for, I think you can check and just in general, or for the little boxes, for planting trees. We don't have a tree program here, but we'll start one here. Same thing in Vancouver and on the island, on Vancouver Island. So there's different projects that you can donate to, or you just make a general donation. All of us need to do this because all of us have to help Master Sha to gather 1.5 billion people and inspire others to sing every day for 15 minutes, to join the Love, Peace, Harmony movement. How is it that we cannot get 500,000 people on that Love, Peace, Harmony movement? Because we don't invite people to join. Every one of us should be doing this. That's step one of your task. Master Sha has asked all of us to do this. Step one, love, peace, and harmony. You become a member, you pledge to chant, and then you start a group and you help others. Okay?
Master Peggy Werner shares, sometimes negative things happen to us and we might want to get upset. Instead, we can look to see what is the gift in that experience, and that can be very helpful. Lali Singh writes, transform my time management so I can serve more.
Transform this. Time management will change. The more you try to control time, what are you trying to do?
Doesn't work.
No, it's not going to work, but you're trying to control your blockages, but you cannot control the fact that the blockages are coming up. So you think it's an issue of trying to control your time management. Oh, I have poor time management. I get distracted. I get this. I get that. What you have is blockages are coming up more quickly than you are transforming them. Focus on transforming the blockages. The time management will take care of itself. The what is that called when you gather stuff? What is that called? Clutter. Clutter. The clutter will declutter itself. Mm-hmm. People have projects. Oh, I'm going to start this project. Oh, I'm going to start that project. That project. The projects will accomplish themselves. Because the blockages to the projects, the blockages to the clutter will have been removed. Yeah.
Francis Ann Brown writes, transform all the many subtle ways to procrastinate so that service can be purer and more unconditional.
Love, peace, harmony. Get out and start singing Love, Peace, Harmony in public. All of us, I want to play it safe. Oh, okay. So I'll do service, and so I'll do it online. I'll do it on the phone. Nobody can see me. Nobody can, nobody will know who I am. Is that service unconditional? Check. There are lots of organizations. I found out that the other place that has space are not the supermarkets, the shopping centers. Shopping centers apparently have conference rooms, which I didn't know. And they're open if you're holding a public service event. So I don't know, if you want to start a Peace Harmony group there, but there are, somebody just told me this recently, and I remembered that when they told me, I remembered that somebody else had told me when I was going to, I think when we were going to LA or Phoenix. Anyways, so check. It's not an issue of I don't have the money to pay for a venue. We're in summer in the Northern Hemisphere. So it's possible for you to do this at a park. That's what Meetup, Meetup is for people in your community to come together around a cause. Give people hope by chanting for world peace. Give people hope by chanting for the things that are occurring. California, huge state. California is the seventh, I think, largest economy in the world. Geographically, it's bigger than most countries. Lots of space here for people to gather, not just in shopping malls, not just at churches. Lots of outdoor space where you can, in a very beautiful setting, come together to sing, to chant, to serve, to teach others. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of responses on Facebook. I'll read some of them here.
Yeah.
Delma Montez writes, my heart and my strength.
Good. Clear the Shenchujing blockages.
Melissa Corbin writes, I want to be able to transform my relationships with myself, my family, to have more authentic and open relationships with others, rather than living in fear that connections will only lead to pain. Thank you, love you, Mystery Man and Soul Family.
Good. Those are, I don't want to sound facetious. All of the things that are mentioned, why we have them, because our blockages are coming up. They're coming up because Master Sha is still with us. Master Sha is in Biguan, but he's still with us. So we have this window in which we can really focus and dedicate our time, our effort to transform them. The window is still open for us to do this. Don't think that you have another year. Don't have another year. We have the moment. We are in the moment. That's why Learning to do practice in the moment you want to do this, but to get there, you have to do dedicated practice. Yeah. So we're going to do dedicated practice this weekend. So you experience the transformation.
Della Montes writes later, transform my heart so love can come through to others.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Everybody. Yeah, beautiful. You want to serve. You want to open your heart to others. Beautiful.
This will bring my joy back. Then the strength to follow my soul and heart and where that takes me.
Soul is the boss. So you're transforming your soul blockages first. So just think about it in those terms. And if you think about it in those terms, it's going to become easier. We think, I'll deal with my physical issues first, and then I'll get to my spiritual journey. What Master Sha is teaching us is focus on the spiritual journey. That will take care of the physical issues. Because the soul is the boss. Yeah.
Carrie Conyer says, transform my finances.
Not enough virtue flowing from your virtue bank. Soul blockages, yeah. So make a note. We'll see what happens between now and the end of the weekend. Yeah.
Stephanie Cannon says, self-love / worth issues.
Blockages, yeah. Blockages, heart blockages, yeah.
Let's see. I think those are all of the things that people want to transform.
That they felt good putting on Facebook or putting on live stream. So there may be other things, other issues that you might have. There may be physical issues, like I have physical issues. I still have physical issues. All of us will have until our bodies really become light bodies, Buddha bodies. But even then, we will still be purifying, because they have not become, our entire body has not become a golden light ball, right? Even when you have a fourth dimension body, it does not mean that your whole body is now a Tao body, that there are layers to the light body. So we will always be transforming physical issues, we'll always be transforming emotional issues, spiritual issues. There are moments in time, like this last year that I went through. It actually goes back. When I sat back and really looked at it, it goes back 2 years. So there are moments and times when things get more intense, because the purification is more intense. We are here to hold you. We are here to support you with love, with compassion, our love and compassion, divine love and compassion, to get you through that period. I really am so clear after my own experiences that we need, none of us can heal and transform without human love and or without divine and Tao love. One is not enough. One is not enough. You need both. You need both. So whatever issues, those of you that didn't write, whatever issues you have, that's okay. You keep them private, that's fine. No need to make them public. But you make sure you have, you're clear, what do you want to transform this weekend? And you may actually not know. You may not know what it is that you need to transform. So knowing what is the next step on your spiritual journey may be what you need to aim for, is to get clarity on your next step of your spiritual journey. So let us do practice together. So I'm going to hold these two Fa Chis. These two Fa Chis were in the same room, the main teaching room with Master Sha. Anytime I was outside of there, they were in the room. And we traced a lot over the last 2.5 weeks. And Master Sha asked us to trace with our Fachis. So I'm going to hold these. And so you know that the frequency and vibration of these two Fachis is quite high now. Also, I have received, thanks to heaven's blessings and Master Sha's infinite generosity, some very high level blessings. And I want to do a demo, but I want to also practice with you. We must practice. So sit feet flat on the ground. If you want to put your feet, in a V, you can do that. I'm not able to do that myself, but you might be able to do that. And sit so that your feet are underneath your knees. Your ankles are underneath your knees. I tend to sit with my feet back, but it's actually not. I can feel the difference in the movement of energy. So Master Peter one time explained, your foot and your calf are at perpendicular angles. Your calf and your thigh are at perpendicular angles. Your thighs and your torso are at a perpendicular angle. This body power is the best for the movement of energy. I'm going to put this back here. So I invite you to also put a calligraphy card on your Mingmen point. Yeah, if you can, if you have one. Put a book there on your Mingmen point. Put your hands in front of your lower abdomen. I'm going to put the Fachis in front of me, in front of my lower abdomen. So your hands, one hand is in front of the other. They're about 6 to 8 inches apart, and they're going to be about 6 to 8 inches away from your lower abdomen. Energy moves in space. You must have space outside the body, around the body, and inside the body, okay? Put the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. This activates the major energy channels, the key meridians in the body. And already, I just barely touched already the saliva. It activates the flow of saliva through the Jinjin Yuye, the two acupuncture points underneath the tongue. Consciously swallow that liquid all the way down to your lower abdomen. Close your eyes. Make sure your chin is level with the floor, head is level with the ceiling, yeah? Close your eyes and visualize light. Do we have the ICD?
I'm sure it's here.
I cannot bring mine because mine has the blessing for a specific practice, so I'm not able to do that. No, I didn't actually have that thought at all. Not at all. Okay. Well, you do that. Okay. So visualize golden light in your lower abdomen. If you're able to see your Mingmen point, imagine. Imagination, using your imagination, is it's one of the first steps in opening your third eye. Imagine. Oh, I can see a golden light ball. I see a golden golf-sized ball in my Mingmen. I see, a walnut-sized. If you can see the point, if you can see the tiny pinhead point, great. Or maybe all you can see is light in your entire lower abdomen. Beautiful, perfect. Okay? So visualize and keep your mind in your lower abdomen on your Mingmen point as much as you can. Just keep coming back to the golden light in your Mingmen point. And we're going to connect at the soul level, soul power. Can we close that? Yeah. You know why? Because they see the light, but they cannot figure out where it's coming from. Yeah. I invited them to join the light, but that didn't help. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to use our soul power. Dear divine, countless divine, dear Tao, countless Tao, dear source, countless source. I'm going to use, Master Sha has this wonderful practice. I think it's on page 68. Oh, that's for relationships. I think there's one for any health challenge. Let's see. Yeah. Oh. I love this book. You read this book and you feel Master Sha's love. I'm telling you, you're in his presence. Oh my gosh. You cannot possibly imagine what that's being with them. No, I was looking for, here it is. Page 96, Master Sha has a practice to chant, because all of us who are here want to serve humanity. I heard service, 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 over and over. So we can chant and trace to serve humanity and Mother Earth. The practice is on page 96. It starts a little bit earlier, but the soul power is here. So, dear Shen Qi Jing of my heart, I love you. You want to open your heart to a relationship? Serve. This is how you do it. I would like to serve humanity and Mother Earth. Let's do it together. Say hello to the outer souls. Dear Shen Qi Jing of divine Tao, the Tao source calligraphy Da'ai. Do you guys have Da'ai calligraphies here? Like Da'ai cards? Oh, the book. All right, good. We use the book. Are you then able to zoom in on this and see it? Probably not. Can you, Paula, ask Master Shunya? Because mine has a blessing for my own condition, so I don't want to, I want to get a card that doesn't have a specific blessing on it, yeah. So, dear Shen Qi Jing of divine Tao and the Tao source calligraphy Da'ai, dear Shen Qi Jing of countless planets, stars, galaxies, universes, dear my family, loved ones, community, city, and country, dear humanity and all souls, I love you. You have the power to transform humanity. Mother Earth, countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. Please join me to chant Da'ai together. Let us do a great job together. I am deeply grateful. Dear all souls whom my ancestors and I have hurt, harmed, or taken advantage of in any way in this lifetime and in all past lifetimes, please forgive. Can I get the card? Yeah. Not, I'll take the card.
We have the one on the wall.
Yeah. We're going to use the card though. Okay. Is this one that we can use for everybody? That's it. Okay. Okay, that we can use. Okay. So, can you see that? Are you able to zoom into that? Okay, good. So, dear all souls that my ancestors and I have hurt, harmed, or taken advantage of in any way in this lifetime and in all past lifetimes, please forgive my ancestors. Please forgive me for our mistakes against you. I am deeply sorry for your pain and suffering. Dear all my souls who have hurt or harmed my ancestors and me in all lifetimes, I totally and unconditionally forgive you. I humbly ask my ancestors to do the same. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Visualize golden light in your heart. Visualize light in the heart of all humanity. In fact, you may actually be able to visualize the Da'ai calligraphy in your, you may actually be able to visualize. That's better, right? I think when it's leaning on the cup, it's not so straight. Yeah. So you may actually be able to visualize the Da'ai calligraphy in your Mingmen and then trace it there. Or you can trace with your 5 fingers, or you can trace with your Dan. Tracing with your 5 fingers means you follow the outline of the calligraphy with your fingers. Close your eyes. We're going to chant first. Connect with your heart. Chant with your heart. Then I'll ask you to open and trace. So close your eyes. Make the heart connection. Oops. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Make the heart connection as we chant Da'ai. Chant with your heart. Dai, Dai. Dai, Dai. Dai, Dai. Dai, Dai. Dai, Dai. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, 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 greatest love. Die, 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 die,一时代，无条件爱融化才能心情生命。Great is love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies our hearts and souls. Die, 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 Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. 一时代，无条件爱融化才能心情生命。Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. 一时代，无条件爱融化才能心境生命。Greatest love, unconditional love melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, 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 greatest love. Trace. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. And you can trace with your dan, so you would be tracing as if your lower dantian is the tip of the brush. Greatest love, 一世代无条件爱融化才能心经生命，一世代无条件爱融化才能心经生命，一世代无条件爱融化才能心经生命，一世代无条件爱融化才能心经生命。Greatest love, unconditional love, melt all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. 一世代无条件爱融化才能心经生命。Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies our hearts and souls. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Die, die, 无条件爱融化才能心情生命，一时代无条件爱融化才能心情生命。Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies our hearts and souls. Die, 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 die. 一时代无条件爱 荣华才能心境生命 greatest love unconditional love melts all blockages purifies your heart and soul die 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 connect heart to heart soul to soul with this Tao calligraphy. Feel love. Feel the love of the calligraphy for you. Feel the love of the saints within the calligraphy. Feel the love of the saint animals. Feel the love from the temples. Feel the love from the treasures that are in the calligraphy. Connect heart to heart with this calligraphy. Really open your heart. Open your heart. Open your heart. Let the love come in, then the love can go out. Die, 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 die. You know, I'm still integrating, so my voice is off, but no problems. You focus on the calligraphy, and the sacred mantra Da'ai is blessing you. Also, I received a lot of treasures. You know, even though I'm off key, no problems. You're still receiving lots of blessings. So, do not let that stop you from joining us this weekend. Instead, focus on, imagine what are the blessings received, because this is why I cannot, you know, my voice is off because the integration is quite intense. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. What do you feel? What do you feel? What's in your heart now? What's in your body? Keep your eyes closed. Do you have any thoughts? Is your mind clear? Is your heart open? Are you at peace? Do you feel joy, happiness, hope? Are you at one with humanity and Mother Earth? Are you at one with God, the divine, the Tao, the Source? I want to do a demo. I wanted to do 2 demos, but haven't said no. But I will give you a teaser for tomorrow. You must join us tomorrow, because tomorrow I will demo a different blessing. So tonight I want to demo the Da'ai channel. So quickly, people on live stream and people on Facebook, what would you like a blessing for? I want to demo one person. Here, Paola, you bring the chair. I demo you.
Thank you.
I heard that while we were gone for 2.5 weeks, you kept this place spotless. I saw you vacuuming, but I was like,
I really did not. Like, I really am not the one to actually get all the credits. Christine and...
well, when they're here, when they're here, I'll serve them. Now I'm serving you. So come up.
Thank you very much.
Bring a chair.
That's the reason that's really not... I really...
Bring a chair and let's do this. Bring a chair and let's do the blessing.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. I really cannot take the big credit.
Bring the chair. Yeah. People online. Quickly.
Thank you.
Just bring a chair. Yeah.
In front?
Yeah, right there's fine because I'm going to stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers, thank
What do you want a blessing for? What happened to your knee?
My knees, it's...
Yeah. Oh, there's a visitor in my tea. Here, we can take him out. Okay. What happened to your knee?
One day I was walking, and when I extended my leg, suddenly it was crack, and my legs got stuck, and the diagnosis was lesioned cartilages, torn ligaments, and there was something else I forgot. But what happened is that 12 days later, I actually got the exact same thing happen to the other knee. And that's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. So the doctor
What's the
was
pain
waiting.
level? Yeah, what's the pain level? I know when you're it's different when you're sitting, standing, lying down. I know. Yeah. What's the most painful?
It's not constant pain.
Uh-huh.
So it comes in waves.
Okay, when the waves, what's the worst pain level? Yeah.
It's pretty intense. It's
Okay, good.
it's
Not good for you, but I mean, good. It's a good demo. Okay, do forgiveness practice, and people online. Do forgiveness practice, very sincere, because it's Shen, Qi, Jing blockages, right? Pain is the manifestation, it's the physical manifestation of our Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. So we can talk about, my relationships, we can talk about our finances, we can talk about our clutter, we can talk about our procrastination, we can talk about time management. But all of it is our Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. Soul blockages, mind blockages, heart blockages. You have all of them in your knees. Jing is matter and energy. Too much energy and problems with the matter, right? When you have torn ligaments. Anybody? You look perplexed.
Oh, there's several people who have responded that they would like to be.
Okay. What?
They didn't list the reason why they wanted to be demo.
Okay, list of reasons why you want to be a demo. I'm looking for, I'd like to hear what it is that you would like, yeah. Okay, I'm going to offer this blessing, and I'm going to ask Master Shunya, who is here with us, but because he and I are the only two master teachers, Master Shunya is currently doing greeter, receptionist, registrations, everything else that Master Robert normally does, plus everything that he normally does as the center leader. But maybe Master Shunya can join us for a few minutes to do a reading for you while I do this blessing for you from the channel. Yeah, I know there's a delay.
I want to say thank you for picking this because.
Okay, yeah.
I want to say thank you for picking the knees. They would have not been my first choice, but I need them now.
I know.
I need them now.
I know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And it's both.
I know.
Just
I got that part. When you said 10 or 12 days later, the other one. Of course. Okay. So let me just connect. Oh, I'm so sorry this happens. All right. So for anybody on Facebook who doesn't know what I'm doing, I have received the authority through Master Sha to connect with a fourth dimension Da'ai channel. I can connect, make a request. The channel will give you the blessings. Fourth dimension channel, fourth dimension is the dimension of the Buddhas, the saints, bodhisattvas. It's very pure, very high frequency. Just asked Yenwaye, the Akashic Records, to bring down your Akashic Record, right? One, because the blessing needs to go into your Akashic Records, but two, because they open it so you can see the blockages. Why you are having this issue now. We're on social media, so I'm not going to do a reading, but suffice it to say that if you were not to receive this blessing right now, you would experience some very serious challenges coming a year to a year and a half. Very serious. Okay? Shh. Forgiveness. You focus on forgiveness. In fact, it would probably be even less than that. Sooner than that. Yeah? So be very careful. Shen ko mi. Speak only words of love. Act. Your activities, your actions should only be actions of love. Your thoughts should only be thoughts of love, okay? Hear through your heart, see through your heart, speak through your heart. So everything is love. Crown chakra blessing. Lift your head up a little bit. Crown chakra blessing to Paola for her knees with the fourth dimension Da'ai channel begins now. Everybody close your eyes. Ask heaven, ask your heavens team to show you the images, to show you the light in the channel, to show you how far the channel goes up, to show you the light coming into her body, show you the Akashic records. Maybe the images are fast. Ask them to slow down. See the images through your Ming Men. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Great is love. is love. Great is love. Great is love. 一世代无条件爱融化在能心境生命。Great is love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. Stay there. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just stay there. Love you, love you, love you, Master Shunya. What did you see? What did everybody else see? Share. Because everybody sees something different. Like I know what I saw is going to be different than what Master Shunya saw. Because we're shown different aspects of the same blessing. Please, Master Shunya.
Thank you. Paula has a very good third eye too, so
It's open. Just open, Paula. The blessing is still happening. It's a fourth dimension blessing. Yeah. So open. Allow the blessing to come in. Allow it to settle in. Master Shunya.
So, what I saw for Paola was there was a lot of warring going on, and just a lot of images with weapons. And when the blessing was given, it was like, I'll just use the word angels, but very, very light beings who just came to each one and just said, put your weapon down. And they just went through and just stopped the conflict. And the message behind that was that it's on a lot of different levels. It's warring going on inside of you and also warring with others in different ways. And so the blessing was to just let you be at peace and not feel that need to engage in battle. And the blessing came, this is the more delightful part of it. It was like a giant straw going up to the heart of heaven, and all kinds of good things coming down through the straw, like unicorns and candies and rainbows and lollipops and just everything good and sweet and light and joyful was just coming down through the straw and just going right into you. So those were the two images that I got.
You know, you make a request, for your knees, but your whole body was filled with light. Master Shunya, he saw, these wonderful images. I saw all of these treasures coming into you. All kinds of things coming into you. And different colors of light. Each wave, there's just waves. These are such abundant and such rich blessings. Honestly, we could do a reading and it would take an hour, because there's so many treasures that came down to you, that came down into your heart, actually your brain, your heart. I saw in your lower abdomen. I saw going into your legs, from the hips down. And I saw instruments to adjust. There are adjustments that are being made to your structure, to your bone structure, your musculoskeletal system, yeah? But also your heart. You're a warrior. I'm a warrior. The archetypes, they talk about archetypes, yeah? Warriors have certain mindsets, attitudes, and beliefs. You have to change these mindsets, attitudes, and beliefs. A warrior is always on guard. A warrior is always looking to decimate the enemy. You know, you have to put that aside. You have to put that aside now. And you have to replace those mindsets, attitudes, and beliefs with an open heart. Love is the weapon now. Love is the way to disarm. Love is the way that you transform the enemy to a friend. Love. That means the heart. The heart is now what you use. This is the instrument that you use. You've been a warrior. You know, you've been a warrior of the light, and you've been a warrior of the dark side. No more warrior. Now, you know, you've been high-level spiritual being. You cannot tell me that you come to Master Sha Dao Healing Center 3 times, 5 times a week, and you have not been a high-level spiritual being in some lifetime. At least one lifetime. You know, probably more. But you also have done some things that were not so positive, yeah? So this is why there's this confusion and the challenges that you have. Transform them. Transform them by opening your heart. Already your heart is so much more open, like mine, so much more open. But we have ways to go. I tell you, you start with Master Henderson's a really good example for us, right? He's still human form. Master Sha, I cannot believe. I just keep, the whole day I've been marveling, taking myself back. I had the great honor of sitting in the front row for 2 days. I just watched Master Sha because I was just like, wow, who is Master Sha? Just love and light. Just pure love, pure light. Master Shunya actually sat in the front for almost a week. So tomorrow, you know, hopefully other people are here so we can have Master Shunya also share what his experience was of Master Sha. All of us can get there. Why? Because Master Sha has brought the Tao down to us to transform our pain to love. Yeah. I'm going to do a flow for her.
Sure.
What happened for her?
Our dearest Paola, this gift was given to you with so much love. There are beautiful saints who have been assigned in the 4th dimension to create these channels or bridges at the request of Master Sha. For he has made it possible for us to bring into the physical world of Mother Earth a level of love and blessing that was not possible before. A channel is an opening, a pipeline, a direct connection. Through this channel, we can bring our dimension into your dimension. The aspects of our dimension that were brought specifically for you will heal on the level of soul, heart, mind, and body. what you experience on the level of body, what all human beings experience on the level of body, begins long before it reaches the physical manifestation. It begins in blockages of the soul and travels to block the heart, the mind, the energy, the matter. Through this channel, we can direct the energies which will transform at the root cause of the issues which show up in the knees. It is true what Master Jimena put forward in terms of the permanent treasures and instruments which were given. This is a unique gift of this channel, to put into your body elements from the fourth dimension, which for many eons have not been allowed to be brought to Mother Earth. You are very blessed to receive this love and light. Do not let your mind create further blockages for your healing. Trust that this gift has been given by Master Sha for the express purpose of giving blessings to those who are seeking to serve in the light. How?
What did you experience? Yeah? Beautiful, huh? What did you experience? Mm-hmm. And also, what did you see? Yeah? Any comments?
It's still working.
I know. So you have to do, so you be careful. You do not close that off. Do not shut that off. This is very powerful. This is not like other blessings that we have offered. It's not. Remember I said to you, I don't think I received the Da'ai, but I received the Da Kuan Shu. For the Da Kuan Shu, I had to receive the crown chakra. I didn't have to receive it for the Da Kuan Mi, but I had to receive it for the Da'ai. So I did receive the Da'ai, yeah. And I remember I was just like, I cannot think. What happened? You know, it was completely, the mind was completely erased. It's very powerful, very, very powerful blessings, yeah. Did you see anything that you want to share? And you don't need to interpret. You just share. Yeah, no interpreting, no, just share. Otherwise you take yourself out of the blessing. Mm-hmm.
The sensation is absolutely amazing. It's my first blessing of fourth dimension. Mm-hmm. It's my first, yes. And it feels like misty diamonds have entered my body. Mm-hmm. It feels very fresh, very cleansing, incredibly.
Yeah, because the blockages are being removed at the fourth dimension level, the Buddha level. How pure is a Buddha? You know.
I get to have a glimpse. It's not something I could even imagine. Mm-hmm. It went in different parts. It's not just the knees. It went in my lymph nodes. Mm-hmm. It went in my sides, in my hips, as you were saying. The legs down on the sides, the nerves, it feels all fresh and bubbly like champagne, like small blue
I know,
bubbles.
clean. Stay clean. That's the challenge now, is for us to stay in this condition. The clearings are so powerful. We have to stay sparkling clean, filled with light now. Hold on to the light.
See, this war scene that you described, this is the image that I saw quickly. It was a war zone in there. It was very not so pleasant at all. And I had not realized until you said it, but I guess I had just become aware that something had just come back to hit me hard with my knees. Only in the last few days. That did I realize that something might go into starting again hurting. And I had not quite started worried about it because it means something important for my life. But I realized how important it was for me to receive this today. I thank you, Mr. Mana. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, it feels
You're so dedicated.
amazing.
You come so much to the center. Yeah.
I don't come
It's
enough.
not-
I don't come enough.
It's not because,
I
you know,
thank you,
it's,
but-
it's not because you have no other place to go. Lots of other people are in, you know, similar situations. They don't come. You come because your soul knows who Master Sha is, and your soul knows the importance of being at the center and the importance of the Soul Light era. So, thank you for that
miss
commitment.
if I
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
I
I
only
know.
miss when I have no other choice.
I know. I know. But that those choices you have to think about because they contribute to some of this. Yeah.
Thank you
I
so
know.
much.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you so very much.
Oh, this is an interesting blessing.
Mr. Choi, really.
When you placed your
Thank you, Master Shunya.
your Fachi sword on Paula's head, I saw you and the sword and Paula just transformed to this beautiful,
Light.
bright golden light. It was just amazing, radiating. And then later, I saw these treasures come into Paula, and I also saw healing instruments as well as all sorts of blessing treasures. And I couldn't make out what they were, but I knew that some were healing treasures and some were just blessing treasures for other things. And there was one response here on Facebook. Kawahalani Lindsay writes, "The most beautiful, gentle light. It's amazing.
Kavehalani, yeah.
The most beautiful, gentle light. It's amazing how it came down very fast and very slow at the same time, and so big. In the light, there was even more brilliant light than blessed her way beyond her knees."
Yeah. So, why is Master Sha doing this? Because Master Sha, no, you can just stay. You know, just stay. Because Master Sha is trying to help us very quickly to move this. The physical journey is a journey of service. The greatest servants are those who are able to reach the levels of the Buddhas and the levels of the saints. And when you are at that level, you have great abilities to serve. This is why he offered us enlightenment. First soul enlightenment, mind enlightenment, and then soul, mind, heart enlightenment. This weekend, this is one of the blessings that we will offer. I have the 3 channels, so we will offer the 3 blessings. You can imagine what this blessing will do when you offer the forgiveness blessing for a relationship. Imagine what the light blessing will do when you offer it and you have a physical challenge. Usually, you know, Master Francisco, when I came a few weeks ago to do the Shifu, the first thing he said to me is, "You look clean." What did he mean? He meant that the darkness that I had been carrying for so long had been transformed through the practices, right? Through the blessings of Master Sha, the hulu water, everything I called on. The blessings cleared a lot, but then you have to keep that clear. You know, hold on to the clearing and hold on to the light. That's why you have to practice. I saw Master Cynthia in Toronto. She said exactly the same thing to me. You look clean. Which means that, and why? Because I received fourth dimension treasures from Master Sha. And I called on those fourth dimension treasures to offer me, to help me to transform, to help me to clear, the blockages that were causing the pain. Why is Master Sha releasing this? Because he wants all of us to quickly become the servants that we are called to be in this lifetime. Why did he upgrade Divine Healing Hands to Tao Hands? So that you can serve at the level that heaven needs you to serve, that your soul needs you to serve, so you can accomplish your spiritual journey. This weekend, I want to teach you some more. Teach you a little bit more. We will do more practice. Imagine we do more practice, more practice, more practice. Da'ai, 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 dakwan shu, dakwan shu. I have other blessings. I recently became a Tao calligraphy miracle healer. I received also from Master Sha an upliftment to fourth dimension, a Tao calligraphy miracle healer. So I write calligraphy for you at that level. What happens? All of this power is being released so we can help all of you uplift, whether you went to the retreats or not. Join us this weekend. Practice with us. Receive the blessings so that your frequency, your vibration, your purification is accelerated. Really learn how to do the practices so that you can hold on to the clearing. Hold on to the light. Because we bring in the light, we receive treasures, and then we let go. But how do you hold on to the light? Yeah? So let's join us. Join me this weekend. Join Master Shunya, Master Marilyn. I think Master Henderson may pop in. So join with us, because this weekend will be truly transformational for you. Whether you have physical challenges, relationship challenges, everything is because of Shen Qi Jing blockages. Let us help you this weekend. Learn the wisdom, transform. Learn the wisdom, transform. Stay in the field. Hold on to the light. So you can be the powerful servant. What did Francis San say? What did Yitkat say? When I asked, what do you want? Everybody wants to be serving. Why can't you serve? Because these blockages keep coming up, and they're coming up so fast. So now we need to really practice and receive high-level blessings, like this blessing from the Da'ai channel. Because you will feel the buzzing. You will feel it for a few days. This intense buzzing, because the frequency is so high. Then you need to stay there. You need to stay in this condition. You need to watch your speech, watch your thoughts, watch your actions. Hear with love. See with the eyes of love. Feel with love. Not greed, not selfishness, but with love. Master Sha wants all of us to reach the levels that he has reached. We're so far, but he's releasing everything that he could to help us, give us the potential, the possibility, so that you're not left behind, so that you can be the servant that you want to be. I know Francis Ann, I know Lila, I know almost everyone that you mentioned. I know in your hearts that what you want is you want to help others. You want to relieve their pain and suffering. You've attended so many teachings. Why do you attend them? Because it resonates with what your soul wants. All of you, like Paola, all of you have been high-level spiritual beings. We wouldn't be together at this time. We wouldn't. That includes you. We would not be here. We're at the forefront. We're at the beginning. We're not at the end. We're at the beginning. This is the time to create the high-level beings that are needed for Mother Earth. The wildfires are not diminishing. More, in 1 week, Hawaii had hurricane, earthquake, wildfires, and the volcano that continues to erupt. This is Mother Earth's purifying. Yeah. So I invite all of you to join us. You must be an advanced student. This is an advanced retreat. So please call the center or email the center. Call the center at 415-971-7373. You can talk with Master Shunya. Email us at info@lovepeaceharmonycentersf.com and join us this weekend. These retreats, this retreat, the retreat in 2 weeks, which is for the love, for the Tao hands, the Pure Land, followed by the Tao level 1, Tao abilities level 1. All of these retreats are to prepare you to be with Master Sha. There's no guarantees that Master Sha is going to teach next year. So these are the last, definitely the last known opportunities this year to be with him. In October in the Netherlands, and in November, beginning of December, end of November, beginning of December for the Tao retreat, which is year 9 in Toronto. Yeah. So all of these retreats will prepare you to be with Master Sha, because you must be very pure. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you to receive, to be approved to receive blessings. So join us. As I said, tomorrow we will be joined by Master Robert, Master Marilyn, even possibly Master Henderson, if he's able to come back this weekend. It's so that you'll get the perspective from them as well as Master Shunya, what it was like to be with Master Sha, and what was the message, what were the core teachings. I think we gave you a flavor. I invite all of you to share on Facebook and share on Livestream. What did you take away from tonight? And let us know, confirm that you will be joining us tomorrow. So I want to offer one final blessing to everybody. You want to go back? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. Put this one back. So I want to offer a blessing to everybody. What's your pain level, by the way?
It's like right now, no.
No pain, yeah.
No pain. No.
Okay.
And the sensation that I had before is completely gone.
The sensation you had before is gone. Okay. So make a request, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. Make a request. You can either make it silently or on the chat boxes. And I will offer a blessing, and then we will end. Okay. And the blessing begins now. See the light surrounding you, coming into you for your request. Beautiful golden light. Opening your hearts, clearing blockages, helping you to do what you wanted, to get the clarity, to be able to serve like Buddhas, like saints, like high-level spiritual beings. Open your heart. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing, huh? Amazing. We can really not thank heaven, the divine, the Tao, the source, our beloved teacher, Master Sha, our own heavens teams. We cannot thank them enough. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I love you all. It's been my great honor to be with you tonight. So join us tomorrow. And again, register with Master Shunya tonight, 415-971-7373. Email us, and we will send you the links so that you can join this very powerful weekend of healing and transformation. Learn the latest teachings of Master Sha. It sounds like that we're just teaching you the 10 Das again, but we're not. We're actually going to take you deeper. Not necessarily there's another teaching to the 10 Das, but you need to understand the 10 Das from a different perspective. So I love you all. I look forward to having you join us. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And gong song, gong song, gong song. See you tomorrow, and let me know if people shared. Okay? Bye, everyone. Thank you all on Facebook. Share the video so others can also benefit. Bye-bye.